Good evening, everyone. So, welcome to MGT Habla 101. So, today is June the 12th, 2026, and it's a national public holiday here in Nigeria to celebrate the Democracy Day. And there's a program called The Platform. The platform has been existing for more than 20 years. So today on the platform, the conversation is on national security, governance, and democracy. We have seasoned speakers. These are speakers that are into government. They understand the end to end when it comes to governance, democracy, and national security. I wrote their names down. Let me just call their names. We have Dr. Charles Emole, a security expert or a security consultant. We have Dr. Brain Kankuru from Kaduna and also from Zimbabwe. We have Mr. Olusegun Adeniyi. We have Barrister Ayo Obi. We have Senator Bukola Saraki, former governor and former Senate President, former governor of Kwara State and former Senate President. We have former governor of Lagos State, Barrister Babatunde Fashola. And we also have General Christopher Musa, uh, also was one of the speakers. So in everything that was gathered, which I gathered, on democracy, governance, national security. National security now, democracy, which has to do with the people and the government. Government, the people deciding who they want in government. Now, after these people have taken the decision through the electoral process that has to do with the election, now the people that won the election, they're not in government. Now, governance has to do with you're doing the work, being accountable for what you have been voted for. Now, and I also come to understand this about because most of the focus was more on national security. I've come to understand that national security is not just a the duty of just those in power or the military, the paramilitary. No, is national security is for everyone. Is the job for everyone. Also came to this understanding regarding the aspect of not seeing security as a force, but as a governance, where people have to give account of their actions or any policy the government is making. They have to look at the security impacts of those policies. Not that you just wake up, you want to make a policy without looking at the security impacts of those policies. So I've come to understand things about security impact assessment. So you assess, okay, what are the security implications of this decision we are about to take before you start. Even though it has to do with taxation, it has to do with construction, you have to do with banking, any policy regarding the judicial aspect, the electoral process, any policy the government is coming up, they have to think about the security impact of those policies. So it made me to understand that even in school, even the probably something happened in school. Our students, our pupils in school, are they security aware on the kind of things for them to do when any there's a danger in sight. So also the issue of banditry, the herdsmen and the rest, the armed herdsmen and the rest, that it's not just them doing it, that there's something called the hostages. There are people sponsoring those people. Because imagine somebody paying ransom of over 10 million, 20 million, and you're still in the bush. Why is stay in the bush? You can't just come out. And you're in the bush, there's no market in the bush. There's no market. So how do you buy what you eat? There's no water. How do you get water to drink? So somebody is supplying them all those things. And it's not that the person will just appear, disappear. No, they have to drive through a road. and it's a network. So they communicate, they make phone calls. Is there no way these people can be tracked? So a lot of question has been asked that it's beyond the bandit. There's somebody sponsoring them. So we have to go for those persons. A lot we're discussing about the issue when it comes to our legislators. When they're being voted into power, what is not account what is not their responsibility, even you people that also voted for them. Do you ask questions, or once you see them you start behaving the hey, so they will give you money? No, no. There should be account. I came to understand something about a, a legislator, that even if you don't have money to pay a lawyer, you can approach the legislator. It's part of their responsibility to defend you too, to get you a lawyer. I came to understand that too. Say a lot about government that we don't know. See, there's nothing like the former Senate president, also former governor of Kwara State, mentioned that, yeah, different governments came in with their own plan, with their own vision. That if you look at this plan and this vision, there's no much difference. The issue is the individual that we implement those vision. You can write any vision, you can write the transformation agenda, you can write any of those things. But who are the individuals that can look at the vision and run with it? So the focus is not on the people being voted into power, that we need more competent people, and making the legislative arm of government to be a strong arm. I also come to understand when it comes to monetary aspect, before the executive must spend any money, the legislative arm must approve it. But there's this misunderstanding always going between them, that even without the approval, even they want to get a loan, the legislative how we approve. So if they don't approve it, yet the government will still go ahead and borrow. So those and people, okay, do you know the security impact of what you're doing? So you're making the legislative arm of government of no use, that to the extent the judicial arm, which is supposed to be independent, is now being politic. They're now running, maybe run it in form of, okay, this is politics that will put those that are in good, the executive, like, oh, is do that in with us. We have to put them in government. So those security impacts you should consider while we're taking a decision. And somebody, one of the speakers, I believe that is General Christopher, mentioned that, okay, it's not General Mustafa, Dr. Charles Himule mentioned he said he used the security incentive. Okay, you come to a place that the bandits have been occupied, and you drove them away. Now the place is not desolate. What are you supposed to do with that land? You don't leave it dry. Hmm? You make it more viable. Probably if somebody is setting up a business in that place, the government will say, okay, we are going to pay salary of the people you employ for the next 2 to 3 years. Tax exemption. So when you do those things, you're making the land to be more economically viable. So this conference has been eye-opening for me, and I wrote so many things down. Like I wrote a lot of things, even economical, electoral reform, a lot, even the policing. Uh, 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 Fashola, the former governor, Mr. Rajiv Fashola, the former governor of Lagos State, mentioned the issue of, instead of calling it the police force, why don't they call it the police service? Now, the legislative have now not talking more on, they're talking more about having a state police. So, and I've come to understand that, yes, we call the governor of a state the chief security officer of that state, but it's just a name, but in function it's not there, because they are not in charge of security in quote wise, when it comes to securing the lives of the citizen in that state. So that personally got me a bit concerned that okay, the governor doesn't really have much power when it comes to security matters within their state. So a lot has been said, and I pray that the government do what is the necessary thing to make sure governors, democracy, national security is something that we have to look into very well. So I'm saying a very big thank you to Pastor Pojo Yumadi and every of the speakers, okay, for this event. So it's really a wonderful time for me. Yeah, I've been here since morning, but yes, it's worth it. So thank you, everyone. So today on MGT Habla 101, personally, I'm saying thank you to everyone that have been watching this video. I'm saying a very big thank you to every one of you. It is well. And God bless you all in Jesus' name. Amen and amen.